Damn. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to teach you guys Math KSSM Form 4 Chapter 6 Linear Inequalities in Two Variables. So what you guys can get in this topic is I'm going to teach you guys linear inequality in two variables, verifying the conjecture point in the region that satisfies linear inequalities, and lastly, system of linear inequalities in two variables. Inequalities are used to describe the relationship between two quantities that are not equal. Linear equation in two variables. So this is the, what do we call it, the formula, okay? Ax plus by is equal to c. So let me explain further. Okay, so for example, in diagram 1, it shows the maximum mass of 3-ton lorry when it loaded and not loaded. Okay, what's the relationship between the mass of an unloaded and the mass of loaded and the mass of the loaded? Okay, so as you guys can see in this diagram, the BDM and BTM. What is BDM? So basically BDM is berat dengan muatan, BTM is berat tanpa muatan. So means that BDM means mass with loaded, BTM means mass without unloaded, with mass of and unloaded. Okay, so what's the relationship? How could we describe it in the linear inequalities form? Okay, so let me show you an example. We can see that the BDM, we take y as BDM. BDM is berat dengan muatan, while X, okay, we give it to BTM, berat tanpa muatan, which is unloaded. BTM is unloaded, BDM is loaded. Okay, so here we want to find out the relationship between these two variables, right? So in order to do that is we need to use Ax plus by equal to c. Okay, so obviously x is BDM, y is BTM, c will be value of loaded equal to value of loaded. Okay, value of loaded. So how do we find it? Okay, so first thing first, we put value of loaded. Okay, loaded, okay, sorry. Value of loaded is equal to BDM minus BTM, which is 7,500 is BDM minus BTM, which is 3,410. Okay, BDM, BTM. Okay, so the value that we got is 4,090 kilograms. Okay, so this is the value of loaded. Okay, so last thing that we need to do is make an equation, make a linear inequality equation for this relationship between these two variables. So how do we do it? Is y is less than equal than x plus value of loaded, 490 kilograms. Okay, so this is the answer, the relationship between this. Okay, so it means that BDM, okay, is less than equal to x plus 4,090 kilograms. Okay, because x is the weight, is the mass of the vehicle, while 4,090 is the range of the mass that could be put into the vehicle. Okay, so this is the maximum loaded that could be put inside the vehicle. Okay, next question. Okay, so let's take another example. Puan Hidayah want to buy a mathematics poster to hang in the mathematics room. The cost of a small poster is 12 ringgit 50 cents, and for a large poster is 18 ringgit 50 cent. Represent the purchase of both poster in an appropriate form of linear inequality if the allocation from the school is 150 ringgit. So how do we do this? Okay, so let's do this together. So as we can see, Puan Hidayah. Okay, alright. Okay, so we have what? Small poster, right? Small poster, small is equal to 12 ringgit. RM 12 ringgit 50 cent. Okay, the large poster, Y large poster is equal to RM 18 ringgit 50 cent. Okay, so represent the purchase of both poster in appropriate form of linear inequality if the allocation from the school is 150 ringgit. Okay, so this is the maximum value that we cannot exceed the limit. Okay, so let's take small as X and large poster as Y. Okay, so alright. Okay, so in order to do this, we need to apply AX plus BY equal to C. Okay, so C, basically C is the value, 150 is the value of C, while A and B, A is the value that we have just now, 12 ringgit 50 cents. Okay, and B is 18 ringgit 50 cents for large poster. Okay, so we put it 12 ringgit. Okay, 12 ringgit 50 cents. 5. Okay, X plus 18.5 Y is equal to 150. Not equal, you cannot say it equal, but we make it less than equal to 150 ringgit. Okay, so as we can see, there is a decimal point right here. So we need to get rid of the decimal point. So how do we do this is we multiply it by 2. Okay, so by multiply it by 2, multiply everything by 2, by 2. Okay, so the value that we got is 12x plus 18y is less than equal to 300 ringgit. Okay, so this is the answer for linear inequalities for this answer, for this question. Okay, move on to the next subtopic, 6.12. Verifying the conjecture point in the region that satisfy a linear inequality. We know that an inequality can also be represented on a Cartesian plane when a straight line is drawn by shading the region that satisfy the inequality. We need to always remember that a general form of straight line is y equal to mx plus c, as we know that y is the y-axis. Okay, m is the gradient of the line, x is the x-axis value, c is the y-intercept. In diagram 1, you can see there is a line that intercept the axis y, right? So what is that? Line number 1. So that means the c for diagram 1 is 1. Make practice so you guys can get more vision. Okay, so let's see the question asks, given the linear equation y is equal to 4x minus 5 without drawing the graph of the straight line, determine whether the given point satisfy y equal 4x minus 5, y less than 4x minus 5, or y is more than 4x minus 5. So the way to answer this question is you need to do it one by one. Okay, whether it satisfy these three. Okay, we need to classify this point. Does it count as equal or less than or more than? Okay, so let's find out. Okay, so the equation they give is y equal 4x minus 5. So this is the linear inequalities, okay, that been set in the certain in the question. So for A, as we can see, the y-axis is 4, okay, and then we put that for y, and then the gradient is 4, and also the x-axis is 2 minus 5. So we could get that 4 times 2 is 8 minus 5, which is 3. So by all means, y is bigger than 4x minus 5 for question A. Okay, so for question A, it satisfy the y, y is more than 4x minus 5. Okay, move on to the next question, B. Okay, the y-axis is 7. Okay, y-axis is 7, and then the gradient is 4, while x-axis is 3 minus 5. So we got 12. 4 times 3 is 12, minus 5 is 12, minus 5 is 7. So that means y is equal to 4x minus 5 for question B. Okay, so that means y is equal to 4x minus 5. Okay, move on to the next question. For C, we have 0, negative 6, right? So the y-axis is negative 6, gradient is 4, the x-axis is 0, minus 5. So what do we get? This one we get 0 minus 5. So we left with negative 5 and negative 6. So which one is way more bigger? Negative 5 is bigger than negative 6. So that means for C is y less than 4x minus 5. Move on to the next question, D. We have negative 2 as x-axis and 0 for y-axis. So we left with, okay, let's try. Y is 0, gradient is 4, x-axis is 2, negative 2 minus 5. So we left with negative 8, negative 5, so negative 13. So negative 13 way more bigger, 0 is way more bigger than negative 13. So for D, it is equal to y is satisfy the equation of y is bigger than 4x minus 5. For this type of question, we need to draw a straight line and then plot the points and determine whether the given point is satisfied. Okay, so in order to answer this question is, first thing first, how do we find the straight line? So first thing first, we take the equation of the line. Y is equal to negative 1 per 2 x plus 2. Okay, so what we have to do is we make a table. Okay, make a table. So this one is x and this one is y. Okay, so we put some value in it, some coordinate in it. Okay, so what we have to do is we put the x-axis first, value inside the x-axis first, which is negative 4 and 6. Okay, so just put the value inside the equation and we will left out with the value of y. In order to find that, we need to use negative 4. Y equal negative 1 per 2, we put negative 4 in it, and plus 2 is equal to is equal to 2 plus 2, which is y is 4. We have 4 in here. Then for this space, okay, burrito, we put 6 inside it. 6. Okay, so we left out with negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. So negative 1. Negative 4, 4. Okay, so this one. Right. Negative 4, 4. And then 6. So 6, negative 1. Plot it in the graph. So we have a straight line here. We have a straight line here. Okay. All we have to do is draw the line. Okay. So it will be like this. The line is supposed to intercept in second y-axis. You can see that we already draw it. Okay. So in this line, it represents as y equal to negative 1 per 2 x plus 2. Right. Okay. So what we have to do is take all these points, whether it satisfy this, or this. Okay. So for first point, first coordinate, negative 3, 5, negative 3, 5, negative 3, 5 here. Right. Sorry, it's way too big. Negative 3, 5 here. Negative 3, 5. Okay. And then what else do we have? Negative 3, 1. Negative 3, 1. Negative 3, 1 here. Negative 3, 1. Negative 3, 1 here. Okay. What else do we have? 1, negative 2. 1, negative 2. 1, negative 2. 1, negative 2 is here. 1, negative 2. Right. And then what else do we have? 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. Here. 2, 1. Here. 2, 1. Here. And what else do we have? Lastly, 4, 5. 4, 5. 4, 5. 4, 5. Alright, so I need to erase this. Okay, 4, 5. 4, 5. Here. 4, 5. Okay. So as we can see, from this line, any coordinate that is from this region, it satisfies the equation of y more than 1 per 2, negative 1 per 2 x plus 2. And if there is coordinate below the line, it satisfies the equation of y is less than negative 1 per 2 x plus 2. And any coordinate that touches the line, it satisfies that y is equal to negative 1 per 2 plus 2. Okay, so the final answer for this question is the coordinate that satisfy y equal y. Oh, there's no negative. There is negative. Yeah, there is negative. I'm sorry, there is supposed to be negative in here, here, and here. Okay, so negative 1 per 2 x plus 2. The coordinate that satisfy this equation is 2, 1. Okay. Another one is y bigger more than 1 per 2, negative 1 per 2 x plus 2. The coordinate that satisfy this one is 1, negative 2 and negative 3, 1. Okay. And another one, y is less than negative 1 per 2 x plus 2. The coordinate that satisfy this one is this one is less, this one is more than. Okay, so the answer is negative 3, 5 and 4, 5. So this could be the answer for it. Okay guys, this one, and this one. Okay, move on to the next slide. Draw the graph shade in the region that represent each of the following inequalities. Okay, so this one also we have to draw a graph. Okay, but no worries, this will be easy. Let me show you how it could be done by this question, so you guys can get a vision of it. Okay, so for question C, as we can see, y is more than 1. So which means in the graph, okay, this is y, this is x, so let's say this is 1, right? So y is not a solid line, not a solid line, because there is no equal, here. Okay, as soon as there is only less than, more than, okay, without equal, it will not be a solid line. So they ask you to shade the region, okay, based on the equation. So this means y is more than 1, so we have to shade here the upper one. Okay, more than 1 means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is the answer. You need to shade the region. At first you need to draw and then you shade it. Okay, so here you can see that just now we learned that there is only 2 variables. Okay, but this one we call a system of linear inequality in 2 variables. Okay, so what does that mean? It is a combination of 2 or more linear inequality. Okay, is known as system of linear inequality. Okay, it is a solution for a linear inequalities that are more than 2 by constructing several related linear inequality and determining the region that satisfy all the linear inequalities. Examples: so y is greater than x, y is less than x, y is not less than x. Okay, this is some bit of the example. So in order to understand more, we do some bit of question. Okay, this question: Mr. Wang 2 types of shirt from supplier to sell in his shop. Each shirt of brand X costs 8 ringgit and each shirt of brand Y costs 12 ringgit. The condition for the purchase of the shirt are as follows. The way how to answer this question is, okay, let's find it out, guys. So for question A, the total number of shirt bought is not more than 50. Okay, so as we can see that, okay, brand X is equal to 8 ringgit and brand Y is equal to 12 ringgit. How do we put this in equation form? Question A is, he said that not more than 50. So X, the combination of X, brand X and brand Y is less than equal to 50. Okay, not more than 50. So this will be the answer. Next, question B. The number of shirts of brand X is at least twice the number of shirts of brand Y. So that means it said that brand X is at least twice the number of shirts. Twice Y. So for this question, the answer will be, since that they said the number of shirts of brand X is at least twice the number of shirts of brand Y, X is more than equal to 2Y, or 2y is less than equal to x. So for question C, the total purchase does not exceed 850. That means 8 ringgit, okay, of the price brand X plus 12 ringgit the price of brand Y is less than equal to 850, because it does not exceed 850. Okay, it could be 850 or less than 850. For this question, okay, so how do we answer this question? The question asks, based on the diagram, determine the region that satisfy each of the following system of linear inequality. Okay, so for question A, y is less than 6. Okay, so this is A. Let's say y is less than 6. Okay, So we have to look on the graph. Okay, y is less than equal to 6. So which one? This one, right? This line is less than equal to 6, so it has to be below. Okay, and then y is less than equal to x. Okay, less than equal to x, so from this line, that means below this, right? The below region. And for another line, x plus y is more than 6. So what is the answer for it? This one, right? More. We take this one, this region. So which region that satisfy question A? Answer is E. Move on to the next question. Question B. Y is less than 6. Okay, y is less than 6. So it could be A, B, C, or E. So E just now has finished already. Okay, so it could be A, B, or C. So y is less than 6. Y is more than x, more than equal to x, more than equal to x. Okay, so above it could be B or C. And then x plus y is more than 6, more than 6. So the answer will be C. Okay, the answer will be C. Alright, so next question for C. Y is more than equal to 6. It could be A or B, because C and E has already used. Okay, so y is less than equal to x, less than equal to x. So okay, it could be A or E, but E is already has already been picked. So to answer the question for C is A. Okay, move on to the next question, D. Okay, so D, y is more than 6, more than equal to 6, more than equal to 6. So it could be D or F. Okay, and then y is more than equal to x, y is more than equal to x, more than equal to x. So more than equal to x, it could be, so straightforward, the answer for D is D. Move on to the next question. Write the linear inequality that satisfies the shaded region in each diagram below. Okay, so for this question, they want us to write the linear inequalities from each diagram. You could see that in each diagram there is 3 lines. This one and this one, this one and this one and this one. Right. Okay, so let's do it one by one. First, for this line, what is the answer, guys? The answer will be y is less than equal to 5, right? And then for the x-axis, okay, what is the equation for the x-axis? X is less than equal to 0. Okay, and for the linear inequalities for this line, how do we find it? We need to use y equal mx plus c. How do we find it? Is from this coordinate 5, which is to x and to y. This one we put 5, and then here we put 5. We have to put a table in it. We have to make a table. Okay, so the answer will be the median. Okay, to find the median, no, not median, gradient. To find the m, which is gradient, we have to use this formula, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So it would be 0 minus 5, 0 minus 5. So the answer will be positive 1. Okay, so for this, we put it y equal to x, which is 1 here, plus c. So to finalize the equation is, we need to fill in the coordinates, which is 5. Okay, and then the value of x is also 5 multiplied by 1 plus c. Okay, so we left with 5 equals to 5 plus c. So in order to find c, 5 minus 5. So we got here c is equal to 0. Right. So yes, and it is true. While c is the intercept of y, as we can see in this line, the line intercept 0. 0 y-axis. Okay, so the answer for this one is y is more because why? As we can see in the shade here, it is above the line, right? If it's below, then it will be less than. If it above, okay, if its shaded region is above the line, it will be more than, and then it's a solid line, right? So more than equal to x. Okay, x. And that would be the answer for question A. So that is it from me. Thank you very much.